All right, so we are still talking about triangles today, but we're not talking about something in the middle of the triangle anymore. We're switching gears a little bit and talking about the sides of a triangle. So you might take for granted that if I handed you any 3 sticks, let's say I just handed you, in class we're going to do this, but I give you this stick, and I give you this stick, and I give you this stick, and I would say, all right, can you make a triangle? Well, let's see, maybe in here. Oh, this is great, because then I can move these around, right? I'm going to move, move it around. Oh, I can't. What did I do to that? I think I made like an extra something there. Okay, so I'm going to move this, move the whole thing, and and then now I'm going to move this one, and I'm going to move this so it connects, and all right, this isn't working out so well, but I can, maybe I am doing it. All right, I did it. I made a triangle. So given any 3 sticks, you might think you could make a triangle, right? Just as I kind of demonstrated just now. But let's suppose I gave you these 3 sticks. I gave you this one, I gave you this one, and then I gave you this one. Could you make a triangle with those 3 sticks? No, because like this one, this one you would move, I think I accidentally made it longer, but either way, you would move it there, and this one, you would move it over here, maybe bend it up. There's no way those are going to reach each other, right? So the rule is right here, and that is the sum of the 2 smaller sides, right, must be longer than the third side. Because if the 2 small sides are too short, if they're not longer than the third side, the longest side, they're not going to connect. And even if they were exactly the same length, let's say this, and here's one side, and we'll even move it, we'll even move it up just the teeniest bit, right? And we have this one, like, if they were exactly the same length as the third side, they would just be button up right up to each other. They would be lying flat on that third side. So they have to, the 2 of those sides have to be longer in order to come up from that third side and meet. So that's what we have to keep in mind. So when we determine if these lengths could form a triangle, we look at the 2 smallest ones. And we do 8 plus 17, which is 20. Oh, no, it's 25. Oops, I take it back. 25. So 25 is greater than 24. So yes. So let's do it this way. Which is greater than 24. There we go. There's my inequality. 8 plus 17 equals 25, which is greater than 24. The answer is yes. So here we would do 3 plus 3. Is 3 plus 3 greater than 7? 6 greater than 7? No. Okay, so we're going to add the 2 smaller sides and see if they're greater than the third side. So these are the 2 smaller. So is 25 plus 12 greater than 35? Is 37 greater than 35? Yes. Let's see, 2 smallest are right here. Is 37 plus 42 greater than 52? Well, let's see, that is 79 is greater than 52. Yes. Let's see, next, these two. 28 plus 22, is that greater than 50? Oh, actually, it's 28 plus 22, whoops, is 50. Is 50 greater than 50? No, it's equal to, not greater than. Has to be greater than. Two shortest sides is 6 plus 14 greater than 18. 20 is greater than 18, yes. Oops, just one S. And lastly, or no, almost the end, is 12 plus 11 greater than 24. 23 greater than 24? No. And finally, is 7 plus 35 greater than 41? 42 greater than 41, yes. Okay, so think about these images that we did above, and that the two shorter sides have to be, the sum of the two shorter has to be longer than the third side, not equal to, but longer. So now we're going to find the range for the third side. So let's pretend these are the two shortest, right? And what do we need to know about the longest then? So in other words, 14 plus 22 has to be greater than the longest side. And so 36, is greater than the longest side. So the longest side has to be smaller than 36. So the longest side has to be smaller than 36, okay? But what if 22 was the longest side? What if that eraser is too big. What if 22 was the longest side? Well, in that case, then 14 plus x has to be greater than 22. And so subtracting 14 from both sides, we get x has to be greater than 8. So my final answer then would be 8x 36. So x has to be greater than 8, but smaller than 36. So in other words, if x was the longest side, it has to be less than 36. And if x was one of the small sides, it would have to be greater than 8. Because 8 plus 14 equals 22. And that's not enough. It has to be greater than. So the trick, okay, to do these problems, what you're going to do is your x is going to be in the middle. And you're going to, well, I'm not going to say minus. We're going to subtract the two numbers for the small number. And we're going to add the two numbers for the big number. Notice how we added the two numbers to get the 36. And then over here we subtracted. We ended up doing 22 minus 14 to get the 8. Okay, so that's how this is going to work. We're going to subtract and add. So 31 plus 28 is 59. 31 minus 28 is 3. So in other words, x has to be between 3 and 59. And so your inequality is always going to look this way. Smallest number on the left, less than x, less than biggest number. And like I said, we're taking into account whether that third side is the longest side or one of the shortest sides. Okay, so 3 plus 11, 14. 11 minus 3, 8. So x has to be between 8 and 14 for this to work. Next, 45 plus 19 equals 64. 45 minus 19 equals 26. Yep. No, 30, yeah, 45. Okay, so 26 is the smallest, x 64. 24 plus 7, 31. 24 minus 7, 17. X has to be in between 17 and 31. 17. 17 plus 8 is 25. 17 minus 8 is 9. X has to be between 9 and 25. All right, so given two side lengths, what are the possible lengths for the third side? So we're going to do 27 plus 15, same thing, right? 42, 27 minus 15. Oh, 27. Why did I write, oops, why did I write 5 there? 7 is 12. So it has to be between 12 and 42. Which ones are between 12 and 42? This one, not 12, 29, 18. That's it. Those three answers. Finally, 45 plus 9 equals 54. 45 minus 9, 36. So it has to be in between 36 and 54. Nope. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yes. All right, so this is your homework. You're going to do the next page, and that's what you're going to turn in for homework. You've got lots of examples there to reference.